clouds go grey. The thunder roars and the earth sings. The season's just beginning. Sunlight it hides as the clouds make.
Good evening and welcome to your weekly Business Tonic, a program brought to you by NTA but sponsored by African Business and Professionals Forum. There is a forum that helps individuals, prospective business owners, professionals to stand firm in their business and also to be the best in their field of endeavor. Every week we come your way, tutor you, guide you on the things you need to do for you to be the best. I am Shinaza John. Today we have the founder, the initiator of a prominent business forum, African Business and Professionals Forum. God laid it in his mind for him to establish this forum, and the forum has been guiding people, teaching people to continue in their field and also to venture into other fields of endeavor. In fact, he builds capacity of anyone that joins the forum. So we are also using this opportunity to invite you to come along. We are going to look at a critical topic that will help you in that field that you have chosen. He is a regular guest on the show. The founder, as I said earlier, he is Mr. Paul Trapson. Sir, you're welcome to the show.
Thank you very much. And let me say a very good evening to your cherished viewers.
Thank you so much, sir. Last time we spoke about mindset.
Yes.
You took us through what we learned during our business breakfast meeting. And our viewers, the flex you're seeing is a business breakfast meeting we hold every third Saturday of the month. It's always an opportunity for anyone to come around for you to know what to do in your business, in your profession, for you to stand tall. As I said last week, it was all about mindset. Today we are going to look at a critical topic which says things that cause family business to fail. What makes family business to fail? Oftentimes we always hear individuals coming out of a group business, of a family business, to stand on their own. So what actually are those things that we should not do for our family business to stand? But first of all, before we look at those factors that can make a family business to fail, we want to look at, first of all, what type of business, or what can we say is a family business?
Well, thank you very much. Once again, let me say a very good evening to your cherished viewers. I mean, like you rightly said, basically when we talk about a family business has to do with a business or a company that is owned by a family.
Okay.
So a family has control of the company, of the business. The family determines the day-to-day activities of that business. The family has majority equity so far as the company shareholding is concerned. The family even has the influence and the power to determine who should be appointed as the CEO of the company, or even who should be appointed as the board chairman of the company, and so on. So basically, family businesses are businesses that are owned by a family that usually are passed on from one generation of family to another generation of family. I think it was on this platform that I even spoke about Ford Motor Company a couple of weeks or months back. And I spoke about how Henry Ford, who is the founder of Ford Motor Company, established Ford in 1903, which is 118 years ago. Now, Ford is a classic example of a family business.
Okay.
As we speak today, Henry Ford's great-grandson, William Ford, is the highest shareholder of the company. As we speak today, Henry Ford's family has 40% voting rights and voting power over the board of directors. As we speak today, Henry Ford's family has 2% equity shares in the company. So basically, a family business is a business which is owned by a family, which usually is transferred from one generation to another generation.
Okay, before we talk about factors that can make a family business to fail, is there a particular person that should spearhead a family business?
Well, the truth is, thank you. The truth is that there is nothing meaningful in this world that can be done without a vision. Nothing. In fact, even for this world to come into existence, God had to, in his mind, decide that I want to create the universe. And I want to create man in my image and likeness who will live in the universe. And so, for anything meaningful to be done in this world, there must be a vision. And usually, one person may have the vision, and that person may spearhead the vision. Of course, with time, that person may bring other people on board to also be able to buy into that vision. So, of course, family businesses, just like individual businesses or even state-owned businesses, usually must start as a vision from an individual, and it is that vision that now becomes a reality in terms of the manifestation of the business.
So yes, an individual may have the vision, but does it mean that in a family business, a family will not just sit and say, we want to do this thing?
Well, it's possible. It's possible for the vision to come from more than one person. Like, for instance, 2-3 people can say, let us sit down, let us put our heads together, let us share ideas and see what kind of vision we can come up with in terms of establishing a family business. And so it is possible for more than one person certainly to come together to share ideas and come up with a vision. It's possible to have that.
Okay, just the major thing is there is a vision.
There is a vision. Without vision, there can be nothing.
Okay, there can be.
It's like traveling on a journey and you don't have a destination. I mean, you are going nowhere.
The land is green, it's green.
Are you a Christian, a business owner, a prospective business owner, entrepreneur, or a graduate interested in securing employment? African Business and Professionals Forum, an initiative of Unique Global Connect Solutions, is offering you a platform to build and develop capacity, skills and talents, advertise products and services, create meaningful networks and connect with successful entrepreneurs, mentors and coaches. The forum will be holding business breakfast meetings to achieve the stated objectives every third Saturday of the month. Time is 8 a.m. prompt. For participants outside Abakaliki, there will be an online link for participation. You can register to participate by calling the numbers 090-2744-4568 or 080-3226-8369 or send a WhatsApp message to +44 7507 186808 or send an email to africanbusinessandprofessionals@gmail.com. African Business Professionals Forum, changing lives, affecting generations. Register today. Don't miss it.
The land is green.
Our guest on the show, he has taken us through what a family business is and how a family business comes to be. It can be from an individual, it can be from a group of members from that particular family. So going to the cruise of what we want to discuss today.
Yes.
What are those things? Yes, a family business has been established. What are those likely things that will make it to fail if care is not taken?
Thank you very much. I'll say 3 things.
Okay.
Recently, I was conducting a study, and out of that study, I discovered certain things that family businesses do that lead to the collapse of those businesses. And the article that I was reading was talking about the fact that if we can avoid those things, then it will be very easy for family businesses to succeed.
Okay.
In fact, if you take a country like Germany or you take a country like France, out of about 400 major companies, out of 400 major companies that you will find in these countries, France and Germany, 40% of these companies are family-owned businesses or family companies.
Wow.
So it tells you the prominence of family business. If you take a company like Walmart, if you take a company like BMW, if you take a company like Luke Oil, which is a Russian oil and gas company, all these companies are family business or family companies. You understand? So I want to lay the foundation for us to understand the fact that if you take some of these advanced countries, about 40% of companies and businesses that are doing well are family-owned businesses.
Okay.
Now back to the things that we need to avoid. Number one is the fact that anyone who establishes a family business, whether it's a father or a mother, or is both father and mother who have put their heads together to establish a business, must avoid putting in the minds and in the heads of their children that, oh, because I own the company, your father, your mother owns the company, your parents own the company, you always have a place in this company.
Wow.
No.
But naturally, the child should have a place in the company.
No, but you see, the truth is that when the child feels
Okay.
that it is a birthright
Right, okay.
to take over the ownership of my father or my mother's company, a child can do whatever he likes. And that is the reason why we find out that a lot of companies in Africa, when the owner dies, maximum 5 years later, the company dies.
It will fold, it's true.
So it is important to drum. You must drum it into the heads of your children that, look, the company is mine. Yes. But don't ever think you have a place in this company. Of course, at the back of your mind, they may have a place.
Yes.
But physically, don't let them think they have a place. So that they can work hard.
Yes.
Towards earning
a place in
the company. Number two, if for any reason you are bringing your child, your nephew, your niece into your company, don't bring that person into the company straight away for the person to become a manager. No.
Okay.
What experience does he have? What experience does she have? What capacity has he or she built? So if you don't have enough experience and your qualification is also at a certain level, you are placed based on your qualification. So if you are supposed to be let's say a secretary, because that is the level your qualification places you, we will place you there. And you must report to work at the same time every other person reports to work. You will be paid salary just like every other person is paid salary. The same benefits that other employees get is the same benefits my child must get as an employee. Or I don't have to give my child unique and extra benefits on the basis of the fact that he is my child and I'm the owner of the company. So ensure that you don't create a situation where it will make the child think, oh, the company belongs to my father, so I have a place. I can walk in at any time, get a chair, get an office at any time, and I'll be placed on payroll.
And get any position
I want. That is a no. If you really want that family business to succeed. That's number one. Number two is the fact that you also need to take into consideration what we call succession.
Okay.
What succession plan do you have? Many times we don't have anything. By virtue of the fact that he's my first son, so automatically he will grow up to come and take over the ownership of the company from me. But it doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. So it is important, it is very, very, very important to establish that fact.
Yes. Let there be a policy that
there must be a succession plan. Look, let me give you an example.
Okay.
About 8 years ago, I was at a seminar, and I was fortunate to be one of the resource persons at the seminar. So in a seminar stroke workshop. So eventually we broke ourselves into groups to start the workshop. So in my group, we all had to introduce ourselves before we start the workshop. So there was a man who was seated right next to me. And when he introduced himself and he mentioned his name, his surname was the same surname of the guy who was my classmate in secondary school. And he looked elderly. So I asked him, "Sir, are you the father of so and so?" Then he smiled. Then he said, "No, I am not his father, but I am his elder brother."
Wow.
So I was like, wow, because you look too old to even be his father,
okay,
or to be an elderly brother. So we got talking. After we finished the event, we got talking. And he has established a construction firm, which is doing so well. His construction firm has been in existence for about 35 years now. He started immediately he finished university. So as we got talking, he told me, he said, "Your friend, your classmate, is the current CEO of the company. And I am now the chairman of the company." Then he said, "As at 10 years ago, we knew that in 10 years' time, he is the next in line to become the CEO of the company. So we had to start preparing him, and we had to start building his capacity to be able to handle the position when the time comes." Then he said, "As I speak to you now, we already know who will become the next CEO in 10 years' time."
Wow.
Now that conversation that we had made me come to the realization that indeed, this is a company that has a very comprehensive policy when it comes to succession plan. So we need to be able to have a succession plan. Look, one of the major reasons why a lot of companies in Africa collapse when the owners die is because there's no plan. And especially when the company or business is doing so well, the company owner dies and his children begin to struggle and fight over their father's company.
Who takes
over.
Yes.
The next moment, one of them or two of them go to court to fight for the ownership of their father's company. 2, 3, 4, 5 years later, the company has collapsed.
Yes.
So it is important to be able to have a comprehensive succession plan. Let me give you a perfect example. Let us take the Buckingham Palace in the United Kingdom. If you take the Buckingham Palace in the United Kingdom, they don't have to struggle to determine who becomes the next king or who becomes the next queen of England. It is known. It's already known. How do they know? Because there is a comprehensive plan.
Yes.
That comprehensive plan even has made it possible for us to know who the king of England or queen of England in 50 years' time will be. They know it because there is a plan.
There is a plan. They know it because there is a plan.
The land is green, it's green.
Are you a Christian, a business owner, a prospective business owner, entrepreneur, or a graduate interested in securing employment? African Business and Professionals Forum, an initiative of Unique Global Connect Solutions, is offering you a platform to build and develop capacity, skills and talents, advertise products and services, create meaningful networks and connect with successful entrepreneurs, mentors and coaches. The forum will be holding business breakfast meetings to achieve the stated objectives every third Saturday of the month. Time is 8 a.m. prompt. For participants outside Abakaliki, there will be an online link for participation. You can register to participate by calling the numbers 090-2744-4568 or 080-3226-8369 or send a WhatsApp message to +44 7507186808 or send an email to africanbusinessandprofessionals@gmail.com. African Business Professionals Forum, changing lives, affecting generations. Register today. Don't miss it.
The land is green.
Our esteemed viewer, if you're just joining us, this is still Africa Arise, a program sponsored by African Business and Professionals Forum, brought to you by NTA Abakaliki. We've been talking about what are those things that makes a family business to fail, and we've been able to take you through some factors that you need to avoid. In fact, in this program, we don't have dull moments because we have a guest who is always willing and ready to take us through any topic at all. And also, this is an opportunity for us to tell you, send in your messages to us through the numbers showing on your screen, WhatsApp number, call in, ask any question you want. He is ever ready to answer them. Also, bring in that topic, that issue that is disturbing you. He will help you and guide you, put you through. That is what we do in the forum. In fact, also here in Ebonyi, we hold our business meeting every third Saturday of the month. You can also join online. Just get in touch to him by through the same numbers on the screen. He will guide you properly. Sir, going back to our discussion, yes, it's good to have a succession plan.
Yeah.
How do you intend to, as in who you want to hand over the business, maybe in the next 3, 4, 10 years?
Yeah.
What if the person you're grooming is not interested in the business?
In fact, I'm very happy you mentioned that,
Yes.
because I was even going to come
what
to
will
that.
happen?
I was even going to come to that.
Okay.
You see, the mere fact that you are my child does not mean that automatically you must take over from me.
Okay.
When it comes to who takes over, it must even be competitive.
Okay. Even though it's a family business.
Yes! That is what will make them place value on it and take it very seriously.
Okay.
If that was not how the Ford Motor Companies had behaved, would they have been in existence for 118 years? Certainly not. So the truth is that it must be competitive. So 2 people, 3 people, 4 people are all qualified for the job.
But they must be from the family.
They-
Or can they come outside the family?
Well, it depends. But normally, because it's a family business, they usually want to make sure that positions like the CEO and the board chairman are members of the family, core members of the family. You understand? So the truth is that when it comes to who should take over, it should be competitive.
Okay.
Even if they have to write aptitude tests, they need to do that.
Okay.
If they have to go through interviews, they need to do that. But apart from that, the most important thing we need to realize is that every business is unique, because every business belongs to an industry, like you rightly said. I may have a child who may not have any interest in what I do. Now, the mere fact that you are my child does not mean you must take over. Even if you don't have any interest in what I do, you must do that which you are passionate about. What is passion? Passion is something you love to do, even if you are not paid to do it. Even if you are not paid to do it, you love to do it.
Yes.
So, at the end of the day, your child must follow and must do that which he is passionate about. And that which he is passionate about may be completely different from what I'm passionate about and what I'm doing. So it is important that even from an early stage, you begin to identify, number one, potential.
Yes. Of your children.
Of your children.
Or those you want to hand over to.
Those you want to hand over to, start identifying possible potentials.
Okay.
Then number 2, also identify possible talents. Because the business or the company, its success also largely depends on the potentials and the talents of who the leaders are. So at the end of the day, there are certain unique potentials that, if they are available, will help that company to do well. There are certain talents that, when they are available, they will help the company to do. Let me give you a perfect example. For instance, if the company or if the business is a business and management consultancy, for instance, a business and management consultancy requires a lot of talking. You have to talk a lot. You are always talking with people, speaking to people, talking to clients, talking to people. You must be somebody who naturally loves to talk. Now, if you have a child who is an introvert, he hardly talks. Now, how can he handle that kind of a job? When he is an introvert, he hardly talks, always feels shy of human beings. He cannot stand before people and talk. Number 2, you must even look at the temperaments of the people, of the children or the people you are looking at. So you must find out, is this person a melancholic? Is this person a sanguine, phlegmatic? You need to know the temperaments of the potential candidates, because your temperament will also play a major role in terms of whether you can handle the business or not. Of course, it will be competitive and it must be competitive, but in your mind, you may have your preferred choice. You may have your preferred choice because of things you have observed and things you have watched over the years.
My viewer, I'm really glad, because I've learned a lot, and I know you've also learned so much from our discussion today. We've been able to go through things you need to avoid, so that business, that family business you've set up, that it won't fail. And what are those things? Don't give your children that notion that they will eventually take over, whether they are qualified or not. No, don't give them that notion. Also, try as much as possible to give them what they can handle. Don't just take them and put them at the top when you know that they can't handle it, because if you do that, that business surely will fail. And other things that we've been able to go through today. So if you want to hear more, join us on the 3rd Saturday of August. We'll be there to take you through those questions bothering your mind. Keep calling us, keep sending those messages, WhatsApp us. We will always answer your questions. The program is Africa Arise. Next week we'll be here to go through those questions you've raised. Till then, do have a wonderful and pleasant week. Bye.